My dudes, let's talk about version 1.1 of Wuthering Waves, right? The update is here, and the update's been out for, as of this recording, a little less than a week, right? And I streamed this live on my Twitch channel. And I gotta say, this update was actually pretty dang good so far, right? A lot of good things came from this. It wasn't like, you know, like crazy, like, oh my god stuff, but there was some stuff that happened during this update that we learned that I'm very, very excited for. Stuff that came out that made the game a lot better. And yeah, I kind of want to talk about it while also kind of playing on the side, right? As you can see, we are on my account. But yeah, before we get into that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about 1.1 down below. Don't forget to check out GamerSupps, you know, the wonderful, wonderful company that keeps on sponsoring me. Gluten-free, keto-friendly energy. Fantastic. 10% off using code TYSTRA at checkout. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. We'll go ahead and first talk about the story. And again, and I really want to stress this, right? Not again, but I want to stress this. Spoilers are about to happen. So if you have not played the Wuthering Waves 1.1 story yet, click off now, go beat it, come back to this video, right? So, holy crap, was this stuff insane, right? There were so many crazy things that happened during the story for Wuthering Waves version 1.1. A lot of yapping, I will say that. There was a lot of yapping, but story has a lot of yapping. It is what it is. But a couple things came from this. After we beat Jue, right? Which, by the way, I'm going to show you guys this as well. I did end up pulling Jinhsi. I didn't make a video of her, so my apologies. But we will be making videos from now on about summoning these characters. But what's really cool, and what I find the coolest thing about this, is that Jue is actually a Echo. And that's freaking crazy. And a lot of awesomeness, because I love the design of this dragon. But we do fight Jue. Jue becomes a new weekly boss. So make sure you take your, you know, or do your attempts. Don't be like me and fight Dreamless or Scar and then go, oh, I didn't know that Jue was a weekly boss. Yeah, kind of sucks for me. And I'm going to have to deal with that. But regardless, Jue is now a boss in the game, and you get this really, really cool Echo. I think it just looks awesome. Really, really cool. This is actually going to be the best Echo for Jinhsi as your top priority. So there you go. But yeah, so you find out a couple of things, obviously. You know, you find out that Jinhsi has this, like, it's not really a disease, but it's more so like she's overclocking, getting scales everywhere and stuff like that. And you have to basically go to find what's going on with Jue. Jue says, you know, this isn't the ideal time, but me and her are supposed to fight. And so does Jinhsi. They fight. This is just a very fast overview. It's not like exactly everything. You end up defeating Jue, and then you find out that Rover is actually the master of Jue. Like, you know, Jue learned from Rover. And that's crazy to me, because it just shows how powerful Rover truly is, and all, like, it's just insane. It's just insane to me. So overall, the story had a couple twists and turns. There was the Changli cutscene that has everybody talking, and my god, that cutscene was absolutely amazing, right? And that's what I was stoked about, because we got to see some nice booba of Changli, right? Changli is just freaking incredibly hot. I am shrimping for her the moment that she comes out, right? But a couple of other things came out from this update, right? And sorry for the fluctuation of the music as well, so, but you know, it is what it is, right? Now, where is it? I didn't prepare for this part, but there's a couple things that came out in this update that made 1.1 a little bit better to me. A lot of quality of life changes, right? So for people like me who have been farming, right, I might not be the most like farmed, or like I may not have the most farming, right? But what's really cool now is that you could actually turn your tuners into the highest tier tuner, which is good, because you're going to be needing a lot of these, you know, 5-star tuners for your characters, right? Or for your echoes. which is really, really cool. I do really dig that in that regard. I think that was a wonderful change. But yeah, there's a lot of other cool stuff as well. In regards to like the puzzles, you get a lot of different puzzles now. There's like this clang bang ice guy, and I think I even got the phantom version of that as well. I got it at random, which is good. Like I was happy to pull that one at random. Let me see if I could find it. Should be in my database, which by the way, for people who don't know, your data bank is now upgraded to 21 if you're able to get enough echoes. And for me, as you could probably see, oh, there we go, there's a clang bang. We'll get to that in just a second, but as you can see, I've gotten all of them except for 2. I'm missing 2, and then I'm done and completed for the data bank again. But let's talk about the clang bang, right? Clang bang actually got a phantom. I don't think it's gonna let me see right here. Well, let's see if I can click on it. No. Gosh diggity darn it. I think I'm gonna have to go to my echoes actually to show off the clang bang. You know, clang banging, you know? Don't judge me. I'm a boomer. Like, I'm just trying to be hype. But yeah. So here's the clang bang, right? And then yes, there is the phantom version, which is right here. I don't think it really changes too much, right? It's just all silver or white instead of like the little bit of blue. But yeah, so I was pretty stoked about that. We're gonna go ahead and put that phantom on. But yeah, so there's a couple of new enemies out there. This thing too, the lava larva, is pretty sick. There's a new wolf. There's this new dodo bird looking mofo, right? But the entire area of where is it? The entire area of Mount Firmament, right, is just really nice to look at, to be honest. I think that honestly it's one of the nicer areas. But just in general, it just looks so pretty, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. And I think that Wuthering Waves does really, really well with a bunch of its different color schemes, designs of the areas. I think the snow area right here where Jue is actually probably the cleaner, nicer looking one. Because look at all this like ice and snow. It's just so sick. The trees that are all like deformed and stuff like that. And you can just see so much of this area. Plus the little ice crystals on the screen for the effect look really, really nice, right? Outside of that, we did get our events as well. Gifts of Celestial. I'm only on day 4 because I didn't log in the day that it all went live. So there's that. Tales of Mount Firmament. Firmament is a new event where you go and do like stuff to get rewards. They have to defeat the Mighty Light Crusher. I haven't done that one. But I have these 2 as well that I got to do, which hopefully I can get done. There's also the Traces of Mount Firmament, which is another event that came out. And then, of course, we also have our trials for Jinhsi, Sanhua, Yang Yang, and Danheng. Which, by the way, Danheng being a part of this banner is absolutely bonkers to me because Danheng is one of the better 4 stars in general. So I thought that was a really good move on their part for that. But yeah, overall, the 1.1 update is actually very, very nice. And the more that I go through like all the information, the more I just realize that these developers, Kuro Games, love their people. And they're doing their best to make things right. Now, great, everybody will say, oh yeah, you know, they leaked everybody's emails and all this other stuff. And I understand that. And it's a very tough situation. They did their best to remedy it. They did their best to refund. And I know people are going to be like, they refund, but then, you know, put people's accounts in the negatives. But they also refunded that as well. And a lot of people don't want to mention that. A lot of people want to say that the JB player base hates Kuro Games right now for Wuthering Waves, which it turns out that the JB player base seems to be the most accepting of Kuro Games' apology. But yeah, honestly, I think Kuro Games has shown that they really, really care about their fan base, and they're going to continue doing that. And a lot of people need to like see that, in my opinion. I think that Kuro Games is the shining example of how a company could do better with, you know, yeah, they have their mistakes, they fix them, they do what they can. 1.1, I feel, is a great addition? Is it like oh my god, this game is amazing now? I would say that there's things that Kuro Game still has a little bit to do in regards to the game and in regards to fleshing out more of the story. But I will say if they continue on track of what they're doing right now, they won't need to do a lot of damage control. It's a lot more of, okay, we did our damage control, we fixed our stuff. Now how do we get people to keep on coming back every update? And I think they're going to do a great job with that. Overall, 1.1 I think was a success. I know a lot of people might say that it wasn't, but if you look at the data, a lot more people have been playing it, and a lot more people seem to be happier about 1.1. I have seen some people say, oh, I stopped playing Wuthering Waves, but, you know, it is what it is. Like, overall, it just seems like people came back for 1.1 and just seem a little bit happier. So, anyways, y'all, that's all I got for this one. I would say that 1.1 is a success, but let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you like Wuthering Waves? Are you excited for the next update, 1.2? And who do you think is going to be coming out as a character? I really want to know, but I definitely need Changli in my life. Anyways, y'all, that's going to be it. Love you to death. And as always, we will catch you in that next video. Please take care and be safe.